Welcome to TruckDriver101.com, fellas. I am Big Ken, and I'm here to help you in the trucking industry. Almost a decade in the game, and I'm still flying on the highways and byways, baby. I am here to give you some good trucking advice. So welcome to episode 2 of the 2013, baby. Yeah. Hey guys, TruckDriver101.com. My name is Big Ken. I am here after almost a decade in trucking, still on those highways and byways, as I said. So what do? I like to make podcasts helping people get into the trucking industry. If you want to learn more about me, go to YouTube/TruckDriver101.com. I do a lot of stuff there, and you can reach me very easily there on YouTube. Now, what I would recommend for many drivers trying to get into the trucking industry is all in that book I told you about at the bottom of all my YouTube videos. Now, enough of that. Let's cover what we're going to talk about today, which will be money. Yep, everybody's favorite subject and everybody's favorite love. How much can you make in the trucking industry? I've done a couple things on this, but I don't think I've ever done a blog on it. Not a vlog, I should say a podcast. But bottom line is, how much real money can you make? Well, sky's the limit. But I'm going to break it down in situations that I know about. Now, first, if you are a regular Joe Blow trainee and you get into the trucking industry, expect not to make very much. You're going to start from the 3 to the 4. $300 to $400 a week. This, you got to learn to look at with the right sense of perspective. Now, a guy a while ago, he went to Warner Enterprises. And I'm going to give you a bad perspective that he had. So, this guy who went to Warner asked me, I'm trying to get, a good job, man. I want to get into Warner, man. And what should I do? So, I told him, tell him you want to get onto an account such as Family Dollar. This is what happened. No, Dollar General was in his area. And I said, just wait on a Dollar General trainer. That way, this is a great thing to do because then you can create some inroads with the dispatcher who can help you get on the account. This guy, sitting in his room, another guy, he's sitting there and he's like, man, it's taking a long time. Now, every day he's in that room, he's getting paid $300 a week. Now let's look at the perspective of that. If I pay you $300 a week to sit on your butt, that is a good situation, okay? And if you're waiting on a trainer, just keep waiting. Don't be foolish. Don't be stupid. Focus on getting into a situation where you got a dedicated account. If he'd have listened to me, he'd have been home every weekend and he would have made good money. He decides not to. Then, afterwards, he blocks me on Facebook. What a nice guy, huh? So, I tried to explain to him, see, what happened was he had to wait 2 weeks to get a trainer because he wanted to, quote, get it over with. Let me explain something to you. When you become a trucker, you can give up the concept of getting it over with. Trucking's all about 2 words. Right, one is hurry. Right, the other is wait. That's pretty much your entire trucking career. You're going to hurry to get there and then wait for them to unload it. Okay? Those 2 words describe everything truck drivers do until the day we die. Okay? So, as long as you in this game, you got to understand you're going to have to hurry and you have to wait. You learn to do those 2 things well, right? Like hurrying down the road without having an accident and arrive on time safely and wait until you get unloaded patiently. One of the biggest mistakes guys like this make is their lack of perception. If I'm paying you $300 a week to sit on your butt, why are you worried about sitting for 2 weeks? I'm paying you regardless. Oh, well, I got to get to the big money. If he'd have did what I told him to, I know dudes on Dollar General, who have made $1,300 to $1,400 a week. Okay? And the worst guy I met a guy the other day, told me he made $800 something after taxes on Family Dollar. So we at least talking, I'm going to take it down low. I'll take it down even lower than that. I'll say 600 to say let's say 1,300. Okay, that's good money for normal people. That's good money. Unless you stupid and you don't know how to spend your money, that's good money. Okay, especially for somebody living in the Midwest. Okay, now you live in New York, California, I understand. Miami, somewhere like that, I understand. But if you live in a regular Midwest place, that is great money. Okay, being foolish and being stupid and impulsive will not take you to the next level. Okay, if you can pay money to sit on your butt, then sit. Be patient. That's the key to the game, okay? And when I give people advice, it gets frustrating because I try to help people out and they get lost in the idea of quick, fast, and in a hurry. Trucking is a career. And the other part is most guys in this industry will only last about 5 or 6 years. Those 5 or 6 years can change the rest of your life or they can destroy your life depending on how much you save, what do you do when you save, and how you act and behave. If you act destructive, you stupid with money, you will end up in a bad situation. I have known a friend of mine who was a retired driver. At one point in probably I'd say the 1980s, he was making $250,000 a year. $250,000 a year. He owned several trucks. Okay? When it was all said and done, he saved nothing. You know where he ended up? Broke. That's what he ended up doing, working at 70. Nobody wants to be in that situation. So let's focus. That's an important thing. Let's learn to hurry up and wait. Good. And managing the money is another thing. You got to manage your money, guys. If you don't manage your money, you will not keep it, guys. That's just a fact. All right? So what does that mean? A lot of guys get in these truck stops and you buy movies and you buy, other crap. I mean, you got to stop doing that. It's winter. It's the end of winter time right now. That means everything in winter, that you use for winter time is going on sale. You ought to be buying right now. Don't wait until the next year when you buy. It's little things like that saves you money. It's like I don't understand what people are like waiting on. It's like if you don't get your stuff together, if you don't get your management of your funds together, your focus together, you can make $100,000 a year and you won't make jack, especially in trucking. So there's little stories there. The gist of those little stories is be patient when you go to a terminal. Be patient. Wait on them to get you somebody. Work on trying to find somebody who knows something that you can learn right off the bat. Work on something specialty if you can. If you can't, take the regular trainer, do your 6 months to a year, start looking at a specialty. Start looking at, the car haulers or somebody like that. But even if you get in there, you're still going to have to save. Now, if you're going for car hauling, make sure you're the right weight, okay? Because you got to squeeze in and out of windows and stuff. When I went to car hauling, I was a big dude. I was a big dude back then. I was well above 300. So, I mean, you got to lose some weight, man. You got to really drop some weight, do some sit-ups, get yourself thin enough to where you can do that. It's real tough. If you want to understand it, you got to put both shoulders out your window. You got to look down at that tire. You got to guide it up on that ramp. So you got to, you can practice that in your own car. But you definitely want to be thin, very, very thin, as thin as you can get yourself. There's some big dudes that do it, but those dudes usually might have an elongated body that helps them. But a lot of big, stubby guys, they can forget it. Now, another thing I want to talk about today that I see a lot of rookie guys make this mistake of is they don't want to come in the wintertime. Winter is the best time to learn how to drive, guys. Summer is horrible because, yeah, you learn about driving in high winds and stuff, but ain't nothing like driving on ice. Ice will kill you, okay? Ice is some of the most dangerous stuff in the world, my friend, all right? Ice is dangerous. All right? What's not dangerous? It's not dangerous? What? Nice sunny days. Okay, I mean, I don't know why guys get into the industry and then they don't want to learn about snow. You might as well. You never know. You're gonna have to deal with this. You're doing a career, and the more you know, the more you earn. Okay, so you got to learn how to drive in the snow. So if you can, if right now you get in the trucking industry, this is a good time. But if you don't get any snow practice during that time, ask your trainer all about it, okay? Get as much information as you possibly can. But, man, if you're thinking about doing this around wintertime next year, great time. Just make sure you save that little money they're going to give you, because you're going to have to go through slow time in January and February. But, that's just the truth, man. I'm telling you, winter is the best time. That's when I learned. You learn how to drive on ice, and you learn how to do it with your trainer, somebody who can take over it when things get serious. Because you out here by yourself, hitting the mountains for the first time by yourself, in the snow and the ice, chaining up by yourself, first time, it's going to be scary. You get it wrong, it might be your last thing you get wrong. Okay? So think about that. All right? Focus your mind on that. Ask yourself, what do you really want out of this industry? Okay? And then go for that. If you want to make the big money, then you got to learn as much as you can. If you just want to get in the industry for a while and leave the industry, which some guys do, I don't understand why, but some people do, be honest with yourself and say that's what you want to do. The guy who I feel that went out and he didn't want to take the time to learn the industry and be serious about it, he just wanted to hit it and leave. And ain't nothing wrong with that if that benefits his life goals. But I guarantee you that guy, he's never going to develop as a full truck driver and get all the full benefits. Because understand, when you learn how to drive in snow, when you learn all this stuff, you can turn around and teach it. You can open up your own school in 2 years, 3 years. You can turn around and become a member of safety. Trucking is not about building a career to stay in the trucking. You can go up. If you learn about trucks while you're in trucking, you can go somewhere and learn and help some company develop their own fleet. All right, you can become an owner-operator and have a fleet of trucks and never touch a wheel again. There's 1,000,001 ways to get paid in trucking. But you got to be patient, you got to learn, and you got to do something with the money. And there's just no way around that. And you got to be willing to do the difficult times. I'm telling you, winter driving is so important. I talked to a guy, what makes me bring this up, I talked to a guy who told me he was going to wait until the end of winter to become a trucker. It's like, dude, that's not going to help you. That's not, and again, it's one of these guys who I tried to explain it to him and help him, but the truth is, he didn't want to listen to that. He want easy. Ain't none of this easy. You don't get behind the wheel and it's all easy, all right? You got to have a special kind of mental toughness to deal with being out here on the road. All right, you got to be resilient. You may be in a situation where your dispatcher can't get you home all every 2 weeks or every week if you're starting out. So can you tough enough to do that? You tough enough to go on Facebook, hang out with your boys, talk about the game, and get back, behind that wheel of that truck and get 10 hours down the road on time every day, all day? All right, that takes some real toughness. Now, you want to be the man that makes the $1,400 a week? You want to go, get to that level? Well, that's what you got to do. Believe me. And so also, let me break down the ways that people really get paid in trucking. All right, rookies going to make about 20 to 30 something, okay? Guys above rookies after about a year can go from 40 to 50, depending on what they do and specialize. Guys who go from 40 to 50 can go from 50 to up, right? Doing something really, really, really specialized, okay? When I say really specialized, I'm talking about you own the truck, you own the entire surroundings in the truck, okay? When you start to get to 100,000 and more, you talk about being an owner-operator, doing deep, deep stuff, okay? In other words, I'm talking heavy haul, I'm talking car hauling, I'm talking, a lot of stuff like that. Those things require a lot of connections to get to the big money, and you can be getting those connections, but you got to have the right mindset. All right, you got to shake hands and talk to people wherever you go. One thing I've talked to, I said this to somebody. We were talking about football, and a guy said, it's a shame how all these football players go broke. And I kind of laughed because, I said, well, it's just like the reason truckers go broke. I say, think about it. Me and you we drive by warehouses and we drive to warehouses every day, right? He said, yeah. And I said, how does a warehouse make money? He's like, I don't really know. He's like, I don't know either. I've driven by a warehouse and I don't know how it makes money. Don't you think if I'm in trucking that I should know how I make money? I should ask them how much it costs to ship something here. Right, that's how athletes go broke. They sit right next to a multi-billionaire. And they don't even ask about how they make money.